Now we will show you in holy books. Please see Shiv Puran. This is concise Shiv Puran illustrated, bold font, only Hindi. It has been published from Geeta Press, Gorakhpur. Who is its editor? Hanuman Prasad Poddar. It has been published from Geeta Press, Gorakhpur. Let us show you Rudra Samhita of this holy book. Concise Shiv Puran from page number 98. We will start from its end here. Following this link, we will move ahead. 5th chapter of Rudra Samhita ends here. Listening to his son Narad, the father of the world, Brahma said this there. Now the 6th chapter starts. Brahmaji said, Brahman. Brahmaji is saying to his son, superior amongst the deities, Dev Shiromani, you are always busy with the task of welfare of the world for the benefits of the people. You have asked this great question. When the entire animate and inanimate world had got destroyed, then nothing remained, only darkness ensued. At that time, Tat Sad Brahm, the Sat that is heard in this sound, only that remained. Firstly, these Brahma etc. had no particular knowledge. Nevertheless, to date, we kept on believing these Purans to be true. We will see from that itself, Tat Sat Brahm. Now, who is this pointing to? We will tell this later. Now, we will see objective first. Now, see on page 100. The Parabrahma regarding whom, through knowledgeable and ignorant. Now, Brahmaji is the best speaker of this universe. And he says that I will impart some knowledge, somewhat true and somewhat false. As per my knowledge, the Parabrahm, regarding whom, through knowledgeable and ignorant utterances, the following options are presented. He, after some time, presented the desire for a second within him, arose the pledge to become more from one. Then that formless God with his divine power imagined a figure, form for himself. Murti means form. He who is formless, Param Brahm, his figure is God Sadashiv. Both ancient and modern scholars call him God. At that time, the one living alone and indulging in leisure at his own will, that Sadashiv from his own body, he himself created a self-featured figure, Shakti, who was inseparable from his own body. That Parashakti has been said to be Pradhan, leader, Prakriti, Gunvati, Maya, mother of element, intelligence, free from vices. That Shakti is said to be Ambika, she is alone, called Prakriti. Remember this Prakriti word, it is for Durga here. In Gita chapter 14, verses 3, 4, 5, when the servant of God will show you the origin of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, then these are code words there. These Prakriti is used for Durga, that this Prakriti is my wife. I placed the seed in her womb by which all are created. Kal is narrating Gita. Sarveshwari, goddess of all, and Tridev Janani, mother of the three deities, and she is also called eternal and main source created by Sadashiv. That Shakti has 8 arms, Ashtangi. अब मैं तुमसे कहूँ चिताई, त्रिदेवन की उत्पत्ति भाई, माँ अष्टंगी पिता निरंजन. Whom they called Sadashiv. Sadashiv, he is that Kal. He appears in Shiv form by acquiring the form of his son. She has 8 arms. Shakti has 8 arms. Various types of ornaments increase the beauty of her body parts. Now this is Prakriti. Prakriti who holds all 8 weapons. She has 8 arms and holds many kinds of weapons. Despite being single, that Maya acquires many forms when required. For instance, she had acquired 3 forms of Savitri, Lakshmi and Parvati. That Sadashiv is known as Param Purush, God, Shiv, Shambhu, Maheshwar. Now it will become clear here. Now we have come to page 101 while reading this. On page 101, Rudra Samhita, and this is the 6th and 7th chapter going on. they completely smear themselves with ash, that Kal form Brahm, it has been clarified. He is Kal form Brahm, who is the father of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, who is the husband of Durga, that Kal form Brahm. At the same time, along with Shakti, it is a misprint along with Shakti, had created a place named Shivlok. That place is known as Kashi in form of lover and beloved. Aha. They both in the form of husband and wife, Shakti and Shiv, Durga and this Kal form Brahm, in their eternal ecstatic form, always reside in that beautiful place. See further. Sage of the deities, at one time, while sharing an intimate relationship in the paradise, Shiva and Shiv, Durga and Kal had this desire in their mind that another male should also be created, that is, an offspring should be produced on whom the great burden of regulation of universe could be laid, so that we both, while living in Kashi alone, roam at our will and attain eternal bliss. On determining this, along with Shakti, the universal Lord Shiv, Kal form Brahm, rubbed nectar on the 10th part of his left side, that is, consummated as a couple. Then they appeared a male entity, that is a sun. Please see here on page 102. Now we will read here. We will take a little bit from here. Shiv said, he said to the newly born child, Shiv said, son, being ubiquitous, your name would be popular as Vishnu. So the birth of Vishnu from Durga and Kal has been proved. Now see, this is chapter 6 has ended. Now we come on the 7th. Brahmaji says, Devarshi, after that, the merciful God Samb Sadashiv, that is, that Kal, by sharing an intimate relationship with Durga, just like the way he created Vishnu, created me too from his right side. Now, pious souls, do you have any doubt that who is their grandfather? Who knows about the creation of all these? And no one can be omniscient except God, the knower of everyone. Only Kabir is God. Now, two concepts have been clarified here, that Vishnu and Brahma were born from the union of this Kal and Durga. They are their sons. Now the third Shiv remains. Now here the translator got confused. It has been written correctly in the original Sanskrit text. Now the translator, only Hindi is mentioned in this. The translator messed it up here. He thought that creation of Shiv from Shiv, if I will write this, I will be called crazy. He evaded this context altogether. God says, चोर चुरावे टोमड़ी और गाड्डे पानी में, वो गाड्डे वो ऊपर आवे सच्चाई छानी ना. A thief stole a dried tumba. It is a huge fruit, a big one. When dried, the tumba, the fruit, the seeds are taken out from it. After drying up, it becomes like a ball, a large ball. After stealing it, the thief thought that he would hide it into water. So he dived and left it deep inside the water, but it came out of water before him. So it says, चोर चुरावे टुंबड़ी और गाड्डे पानी में, वो गाड्डे वो ऊपर आवे सच्चाई छानी ना. Now let us show you that the father of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh is a separate entity. Now please see. At this Rudra Samhita, it is the same Shiv Puran, the concise Shiv Puran. It is page number 110. Rudra Samhita is going on. Now we have come here in the last of 9th chapter. In this way, Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra have qualities, but Shiv, Sadashiv is considered to be one with Gunatit, Rajgun, Brahma, Satgun, Vishnu, Tamogun, Shiv. This has also proved that these three have qualities, but the Shiv, that is Sadashiv, this Kal from Brahma, is different from these three deities. By writing Rudra word here, he has again messed it up. He thought they would think that Rudra is someone else. Further, his concept is clarified even more. As you know, this Das, servant of God, repeatedly imparts knowledge to you, but you are a student, many times it happens you are unable to attend spiritual discourse, At that time, that topic is discussed. How have they been misled? God says, "Teen dev so usko dhyave, niranjan ka wo par nahi paveं." Sages and ascetics read the Vedas for attainment of God. They assumed Om mantra to be the supreme God. They assumed Brahm to be the supreme God. They practiced Hatha Yoga and chanted Om mantra but achieved nothing. So what happened? Like, they used to meditate, used to practice meditation and enter trance state,